again at Fat Fives Football, and we are getting closer to the end of the season with everything left to play for. This video has highlights of Obesity versus Scrandinavia. Now looking at the team lineups this week. Obesity have a 6-man lineup this week for week 10 fixtures. Captain Ryan will be able to call on both Stevens, Neil, Willie and Richard in order to try and get that gap to Scrandinavia at the top of the league closer than it was before, and to have a shot at the title come end of season. Scrandinavia have been dealt some devastating news with their captain Rob being out with a long-term injury and won't be back for the end of the season. And so they are going to have to do with a 5-man team showing minimum players for this week as they try to salvage their season and not allow the results to get the better of them and them slide down the table. Looking at the league table before the game's kicked off, Scrandinavia still sitting top, but that league is getting smaller and smaller as Obesity pick up points, especially against the league leaders. Parmesan Belgrade trying to stay in touch with Obesity, and Flaberdeen still sit at the bottom of the table trying to get points. Highlights here of Scrandinavia versus Obesity. Scrandinavia in red and Obesity in black. Scrandinavia shooting right to left, Obesity left to right. Apologies for the inverse of the graphics. Hopefully not too confusing for you viewers. And this game serves a significance on the league standing for Season 3, as these two teams have been battling for top position for the majority of the season, switching over places at times through the season's league's positions as the season has gone on. And as it's gotten closer and closer as we head to the end of the season, this match could make a significant impact on who sits at the top of the league come the end of this week 10, as early on Obesity have had chances at the Scandinavia goal. We can see Stephen B on the run forward up the wing there as Stephen R takes the shot, goes slightly wide there, but it will be collected by Neil here for Obesity, and Neil looking to try and thread a pass through to Stephen B, and unfortunately for him that little flick did not come off, but he has been given time to collect that. No pressure being added on to him there as Stephen R looks to connect with Stephen B. Stephen B with a shot, and unfortunately not a clean connection there. Good turn there by Simon as he pushes forward on the counter, but Neil has intercepted, and can Neil thread through a pass to Stephen B? He does, plays it Stephen R, and the opening goal is there for Obesity, thanks to Stephen R. Stephen B here with the shot. You can see not a clean connection there, and it bounces off the board. Simon comes across and does a lovely little touch there to try and make some space away from Stephen R, and then pushes the ball forward, but unfortunately the pass is read there by Neil, and then Neil uses that opportunity to thread it through Stephen B. Stephen B decides to be unselfish rather than turning and shooting, lays into Stephen R, and Stephen R finishes the job there to make it 1-0 to Obesity. And now Scandinavia need to find an opportunity to come back into this game for them to have the opportunity to level the game once again. And this is Obesity coming forward now with Neil playing it to Stephen R. Can he score again? Yes, he can. 2 goals for Stephen, 2 goals for Obesity, and they have taken control of this game straight from the start there. And this has been an impressive start from Obesity. They have been hounding and knocking on the door of Scandinavia's top position there. Neil with a lovely little step over there, plays it across, manages to find Stephen away on the other side there and get it away from Barry. And Scandinavia have found themselves 2 goals down now, and their leading position is in jeopardy. Almost another goal there as Neil pushed forward there as the ball came to him, but the shot is high and over as Stephen B tries to get the shot away, but just a little light on the shot and can't quite put the goalkeeper under pressure. Simon with the ball now, looking to try and push it forward, but it's being forced back as Brad throws that through to Barry C. Can Barry C finish? Yes, he can! Instant reply there from Scandinavia shortly after the kickoff, and Scandinavia found themselves a position to get back into this match. Roll out there to Simon. Simon, good control as the pressure is being applied by Willie there in the Obesity defence, and Brad then sees that run of Barry C. Lovely pass there. Barry C getting that pace away from Stephen B and gets onto the end of that pass, and it's 2-1 now to Obesity, but Scandinavia now have a way back into this match potentially. Stephen B passing to Stephen R, and Craig can't get a foot on that. It goes slightly past him there as Stephen B uses his upper strength there to get that little bit of distance away from Craig to play the pass, and Obesity will play it back into defence. Long ball up. Can Craig now win over Stephen B? Yes, he does. And now Craig has got the opportunity to come forward. A little flick there past Willie, but he doesn't make it all the way. And Stephen R with the shot, and Richard in goal for Scandinavia collects comfortably. 2-1 in this match to Obesity. Obesity will be pleased with their start, but they may be slightly frustrated that Scandinavia came and got a goal quickly after, but they still have the 1-goal lead as Brad links there with Simon. Simon takes the ball into the corner now. He has some options there. Brad in front of him there elects to keep going. Barry C in front of goals with the back heel, and it's blocked there. Barry C still with the ball, tries to find Simon. Simon will collect it off the boards there as Stephen B comes across to add some pressure on. And a little bit of a flick there, and the referee gives the free kick. Yeah, a little bit accidental there. Stephen B just trying to get a hold of that ball and accidentally catches Simon. Scandinavia with the free kick. And Stephen R is intercepted, and he's on a run through, and the cameraman catches up and gets the third goal there. Apologies, not equaliser. Too excited there, seeing Stephen R bursting through. The free kick there from Simon read well, manages to get in front of Brad, and as Stephen R, no opposition there. Cameraman can't even keep up with the pace, but manages to eventually, and Stephen R slots it past Richard in goals. 3-1, and the 2-goal lead has now been restored for Obesity, and they will be delighted that they've managed to get that lead restored. Barry C now with the ball, trying to get it moving forward here, trying to find Brad. Brad has got some pressure there with Stephen B on his heels there as the shot goes into the side of the net, and Obesity will collect that ball. They'll look to restart things, but they'll look to also control the game to make sure that they don't give any opportunity to Scandinavia there as Barry C intercepts, and looks like an accidental coming together there, goes up there, and yeah, Barry C's foot just coming across and flicking on Stephen R's wrist there. Ryan, captain for Obesity, now on the pitch, battling well with Simon, collecting that ball after rolled out by Richard in goals for Obesity. Stephen R now looking for some opportunities. 3-1 up though. They have the luxury of being able to stand on the ball and slow down the game here, considering they are not under any pressure to try and push for any more goals if they choose not to, with the 2-goal lead. As Scandinavia are trying to push forward, they are trying to apply some pressure themselves to try and win the ball back, and Willie sees that back to Richard and goes for Obesity. Roll out here, Simon battling with Steve O'B, but eventually Brad picks up. Good turn, Brad with a shot. Oh, and Brad with a goal there. 3-2, and that lead has been cut back to 1 goal once again. Brad there collecting that ball, great little turn there, and then getting the shot away, and that makes the score 3-2 with Obesity, with Scandinavia finding an opportunity back into this game. Obesity now looking to counter very quickly after that to look like to restore to the 2-goal advantage as Brad scoops the ball through to Craig, but Craig unfortunately just can't get a touch on it. Obesity now trying to build from the back. Once again, the ball rolled out to their defensive line as they tried to do patient build-up. Neil coming forward with the ball at his feet and takes the shot. Oh, and it's just went wide, and Stephen R collects, and that is unfortunate there for Scandinavia. It looked like the shot was going to be cleared, but Stephen R in space on the other side of the box. You see him there, Stephen R pushing back, getting some space. Neil takes the shot there. It hits the post, and with a brilliant first touch there from Stephen R, manages to control that ball before it goes into the box and before it goes past him, and gets the goal, and it's 4-2 Scandinavia. And there was a shot on target there for Richard for Scandinavia. Sorry, 4-2 to Obesity is the score. Actually, the score is now 5-2 to Obesity. Richard there with the shot. You can see the save from Richard for Obesity, but the cruelty for Scandinavia is the ball bounces all the way out straight at Stephen R's feet. Eventually there's an interception there from Brad, but actually it goes all the way past Craig, and first time hit from Stephen R into the bottom corner. And it's 5-2 Obesity now, and now their lead has been extended to 3 goals. And it looks like this is going to be how the game is potentially going to play out. Unless Scandinavia can quickly come back into this game, they are staring down the barrel at defeat. Neil there, nice little flick. Stephen R can get on the end of it, but it's right up against the board, so he's going to have to get some work going here in order to foster out a opportunity. And eventually he does find Neil. Neil again with the back heel, and it looks like he's got it to first Stephen, but the save there from Barry C in goals. Now Brad's on the counter. Can Brad get past Willie and get the shot? It's a good turn. Will he still stand his ground across to Craig? Craig getting away. Craig with a heavy touch, and Neil gets back in time to cover. Neil with a great chop there into the middle of the pitch to get away from Brad, but eventually loses possession, and Richard collects for Scrandinavia as they look to restart from the goalkeeper. Barry C, ball at feet, plays it long, finds Simon. Simon now has the opportunity to push forward with the shot there, and Richard English or BCA picks up. Quick roll out to find Neil in the middle of the pitch. Ryan, captain's made the run. Captain Ryan there, through on goal. Yeah. Captain Ryan with the goal. 6-2 BCA. Lovely hold up play there by Neil after receiving the ball quickly from the goalkeeper. Ryan there, hot on the heels of Craig, manages to get round Craig as Craig can't get the ball under control, and Ryan sticks it in the back of net with a nice little finish, going one-on-one with the goalkeeper. 6-2, Captain Ryan will already be delighted with the way his team's played, but secretly inside he'll be even more delighted that he's got a goal in this match as Richard comes forward for Scandinavia. Can they cut the deficit, or are they going to be looking at this 4-goal difference of a loss as the ball possession wise is lost to Ryan once again, and Ryan's done a great job holding up this ball, battling with Craig, finds help in Neil, and Neil cleverly lets the ball roll all the way back. Obesity now starting again from the back, and a little chop there, and what a spin on that ball. What a pass that is. You've got to imagine that is, and as I'm going on about the quality of that pass there, Richard's come across with shoulder bars into Stephen there. Definitely a free kick, and it's a bit of a tussle there, but Richard using his upper body strength. Actually, it's not been given as a free kick. Looks like that should have been a free kick, and Stephen comes back across to try and win that ball back. Surprised the referee's not given the free kick for that. Doesn't matter. Stephen gets revenge by sticking the ball in the back of the goal. 7-2 BCA. You can see here Stephen frustrated with the fact he hasn't got the free kick from the shoulder bars. Willie then collects the ball, plays it to Stephen, and then from long range hits it, and it goes right into that inner post, and that is 7-2 to Obesity. And this has been a masterclass from Obesity and a bit of a disaster from Scandinavia. As we enter the last few minutes of the game, Scandinavia have basically accepted the defeat. You can tell the mannerisms on the pitch. Their heads are down. The question is going to be, are Obesity going to inflict any more pain, or will Scandinavia be able to reduce the goal difference that is going to affect them in this game? And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, with Obesity with the ball now looking to kill off the game. Scandinavia come forward with a shot from Craig, but deflected away there by Neil as Brad has an opportunity now. Try to find Craig, intercepted, and the game will end 7-2 to Obesity. Confirmation of the final score from the match: Obesity 7, Scandinavia 2, meaning Obesity get 3 points in their march to take first place in the table. Now looking at the league table, once the scores have been finalised, Scandinavia's lead at the top is now reduced to only 2 points as Obesity are on an unbelievable and unexpected comeback in this league. Parmesan Belgrade still stay third, and Flaberdine rock bottom of the league. Fat Fives Football are looking for new players to join our league. If you have a BMI of 26 plus and are in the North East Scotland region, please go to our website fatfives.football and fill out the player registration form. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to receive notifications when all new videos are released.